Alright there, sure make you okay here. Once again, taking you back to Galarian for more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. And about to take on the Leper Smile. Why is the Leper smiling? Is this a good thing? Or is this a bad thing? Do we have to sell junk? No, we sold junk. Okay. Now your exit.
Watch your back.
There's our party. Yep, we have nowhere else we can really go over here. Armies are stuck because there's nothing else for them to do right now. Just the Leper Smile. Someone's on the road. All right. What's going on up here?
Time to rob them of their treasures.
Don't be sorry, Ember. The demons. He should be killing them. Come to my camp if you want to talk. I have much to share with you, a friend. On the back of the note is a map with cross lines. Out we go. That must be the camp. Before we go in there, we are going to rest. Danger and distress rest heavy upon the scales of and a measure soaring on the perilous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly a group of scouts returns, and Nivea, the leader of the group, makes two urgent signs to the soldiers. Wait. Quiet. He dashes through the ranks of the commander who awaits her report. We're in trouble, she whispers. The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll have to go down, then up the other side, but the canyon is swarming with foul creatures, vescavours. A real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Looked like a caravan of refugees from Canabres lost its way. No one has ever reported vescavours so far from the centre of the world wound. Where do they come from? Give you a bite to lip. Haven't noticed us, but that won't hold for long. Maybe if we retreat quietly, the commander makes a sign for us to stop. What else is known about these vescavours? Those nasty critters, they can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing, Nivea says in a rush. They got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror. If we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter, and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow. After hearing her scout's report, the commander prepares to convene a council to determine a plan of action. The commander and her companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. No one utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts just happens to be in the army's path. Someone has arranged for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, humming. Everyone listens to the voice of the swarm, though the sky before the army remains clear for now. How long until it's darkened by the flying spawn of the abyss? An idea, a decision straight and sharp like a soldier's sword, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows grim. One unit must act as live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path for the vescavour Queen. The commander will rush the monsters, killing her quickly, while the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. A dark question looms. Who will lead the faithful squad and be consumed as bait? In a moment of extreme stress, one often says the thing, while meaning another. These hidden words reveal many a curious thing. How and what do we see here? Erebeth nobly states, I am an officer, best suited for the mission. In truth, she means I cannot burden another with my responsibility. Her Delamore, send me! Another, the historian, emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armour. While she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. The Queen has yet to disclose her presence and watches quietly from a distance. The commander thinks that she should look into the face of her companions and see who's ready and who's disposable. The Hell Knight, Rachel steps forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armour and strips the flesh from our bones. Motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. The ones who distract the swarm will need a healer. Sorziel is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the vescavours alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and this silence is filled by a chorus of, there are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive. Does the commander hear those unspoken words? What will they lead her to decide? The faithful troop will be led by Sorziel. You're not very important to her. I mean, you might be able to bring some through alive. Why don't you do it? The commander and a party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by the bait. A tight-lipped Anivia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Ozil's eyes grow cloudy for a moment. A few creatures as abominable to a follower of Shellin, as vescavours, devourers of flesh and destroyers of matter. This trial will not be easy. The soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles in thousands upon thousands of voices. Vescavours gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body. The mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabres. A few straggling vescavours wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest. Tiny larvae and greenish shells, all shuffling legs and hinging jaws, don't seem menacing at all. But then the rasping noise stops for a moment, and high vibrating note pierces the air with a new force. A blur of blackish green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this fateful squad shouts that they shall hold position and fight for the soldiers' lives. Standing in the middle of the formation of soldiers, Soldier utters a prayer to Shellin. From outside, it would appear that the cloud of vescavours will in a moment fall from above and destroy their forces utterly. Hundreds of spawn of the abyss gnaw on the bodies and armour, destroying as they consume. But the cleric's power flows forth in waves, healing the wounds of his comrades. As if understanding who is to blame for their unexpected resistance, the spawn covers Soziel like a living carpet. The servant of Shellin trembles but does not move or halt his prayers. The soldiers look on in awe, as though they are witnessing a holy miracle. Temporary success holds no true hope for faithful troop. Their hope is no great beast, but a million their foe is no great beast, but a million ravenous creatures bringing with them the eternal hunger of the abyss. To fight them was to cry upon the wind. Their only hope was to rely on their commander, and hope that she was preparing to slay the Swarm Queen. what was happening down in the canyon at that very moment? Spots of light and shadow dance along the walls of the canyon. High above your head, a swarm gathers dark as a rain cloud. There are so many vescavours that they block out the sun. Luckily, you've escaped the attention of the swarm, which is focused upon the troops you're using as bait, for now at least. With a tired gesture, Anivia wipes the sweat and dust from her forehead. There's anxiety in her eyes. Commander, the beast we've come for is on the other end of the main corridor. There are lots of burrows and plenty of beasts in them. Better not delve too deeply. Our people won't hold out too long. Not long enough for us to clear the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravanners down one of the side halls. They have some valuable stuff on them. Bugs will eat anything we don't grab. You can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Managed to find out where the beast came from? Not so sure. But there are clear signs of a ritual closer to the Queen Bug's lair, and they're fresh. Maybe some of the scum, especially for us. The demon filth figured out that we were never going to let cannabis go. Too bad we don't have special magic specialists who could figure out what those runes mean. The words magic specialist bring Ninio out of whatever. Huh? What? I'm a specialist? I'll get to the bottom of this. What happened? Can you tell me anything useful about the monster? I've never fought these before, so I don't know much. She's a nasty beast. Spits acid and summons her spawn from all around the area. One more thing. When I tried to get closer, I started feeling sick as a dog. I guess like a lot of demons, she knows how to get inside your head. Oh, how interesting. Sounds like a vescavour queen. An exceedingly rare creature, I must say. I'm looking forward to an encounter to conduct the experiments. The world must know what is more dangerous, mandibles snapping shut on one's head or acid eating away at one's skin. I'll be happy to help you with your experiments. I'll dunk you in acid or shove you into mandibles. You won't have to ask me twice. Let's move. Good luck, I'm right behind you, covering your back. I'll catch up when it's time to deal with the Queen. Right.
Hesitation is a waste of
Mounts
time.
up.
Yes? Yes.
On her.
Yes.
I'll prove I am the best. No match for me.
I don't think we need to bless yet. Albrecht, you should be in your shape.
Cover me! You're irrelevant.
Remember a little fire, I think.
They'll beg me to stop.
That's easy.
See what's through here. More of them.
Mind over muscle. Surrender or else.
No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open.
Out of there.
I'll remove this obstacle.
What's that?
Man died clutching a small chest to his body. That is... Silky Veil. Music of the Abyss. Each minute the commander spends searching for lost. Look, okay, yes. Might be losing a few people. That's all right. Disposable, shall we say?
The spirit sky.
Tear your throat out.
More of them. Well, he's not going to leave any is
You're
he?
irrelevant. Stab their backs. Too late for apologies.
Oh.
I'll rip you apart.
I'm done. Oh, that was Ulbrig.
I'll hit you.
And more still.
The spirits demand your blood.
They'll beg me to stop.
Almost down, but not quite.
You are today's sacrifice. Mind over muscle. Save the last one for me.
I'll rip you apart!
I'll remove this obstacle. You won't stop us.
There are two more. Ah, yes, there's one there which I didn't see.
They'll beg me to stop.
It's not really good.
Surrender or else.
I think she can have that. Wag, step back and hit them.
No match for me.
You should have listened to reason. Too late for apologies.
Go for their hearts.
They dare threaten me.
More. Well, they don't want to let this go easily, do they?
I'll hit you.
Oh, and even more. Well, how
Mind
exciting.
over muscle. I'll cut you wide open. This is my chance to run. You're irrelevant.
A little bit of healing, I think. More brig. Get that away. I think I should have a little, at least. I think I might do, but yes, it definitely is some. Okay.
I will
Now,
not be trifled
up
with.
again. Let's see if we've cleared anything out.
I am yours to command. You'll make a fine trophy.
I'll loot your corpse.
Another set
Beg
over
me
there.
to stop.
Lie down at least.
You won't stop us. You should have listened to reason.
Let them come in. Ouch! Immune. I should have double checked.
The spirits demand your blood!
Ow.
Surrender or else! Mind over muscle. You are today's sacrifice!
Not if you miss.
Your death awaits.
This condition is irrational.
I'll rip you apart!
Well, that was a thing.
Precisely.
Judging by the marks that his nails left in the South Standstone, this man is still alive. The answer is oh dear. What is that ring? Ring of Stitches. Immunity to bleed. Wouldn't mind that. Half health should be enough.
Always watch your back.
Where do you want me? They'll beg me to stop!
The heartbeat quickens. You're irrelevant.
3 damage is something. Let's get the bless on now. They make that attack me. Well, that one's down.
Too late for apologies. You should have listened to reason. Go for their hearts!
Another bloody swarm.
I'll rip you apart!
Well, the swarm's down.
remove this obstacle. I'll cut you wide open.
They'll beg me to stop.
I'll hit you.
Not like that, you want.
Mind over muscle. The spirits demand your blood.
Another one down. Oops, they're finding it harder and harder. I'm sure they are. As long as they keep doing their job, that's all that matters.
I crave your commands.
Let me draw the first blood. You're irrelevant.
I can't do death from above on them, I see.
Cover me!
And another one up front there.
You won't stop us. I'll remove this obstacle.
Now it should be coming in, but it shouldn't be able to touch us. It's time.
Surrender or else.
Ah,
Mind over muscle.
he's affected by the giver. Alright.
You are today's sacrifice.
Stab their backs. I'll loot your corpse.
Ow.
Too late for apologies.
No match for me.
Huh? We do need a little healing, and it might be time, if we can, to find the queen. We are too hurt to heal. I'm getting to use this all the time, aren't I? Nope, not on you. Good enough. Ember's fine as she is. Our horse, though, definitely needs some healing.
Careful now.
The bottom of the canyon is split by a narrow crevice, about one stride across at its widest. It's easy enough to jump over, or in places even step across. The obstacle doesn't seem a problem, or even particularly notable. As you draw near, you hear a terrible droning sound coming from the crevice. It seems to be howling, as if it's alive. Look inside. Stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out where the strange sound is coming from. Not all at once, but your eyes pick out contours of a body in the darkness. Someone small, perhaps a gnome, a halfling, or a child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm under a stone ledge. He's crouched down, his head to his knees, and he's hugging his legs tightly. Appears to be one of the caravaneers, caught by the swarm. He's crying aloud. One continuous tone. It strengthens the echoes through the crevice, until building into something truly haunting. Who cares? He's going to die. It happened. We don't have time for this. This looks ominous. This looks like a queen.
Everything has a price.
Open your heart to me.
But that's an old brig. Put strength on pair. Now they said they spit acid, didn't they? So put that on the Wendowag for extra damage. Put that on yourself. Let's have some magical weapons.
Only you deserve my obedience.
Yourself stone skin.
Are we ready to move out?
Strength on Obrig. Strength on the horse. Giant size on yourself. Giant size on her. And I think we're fine. There's no point in doing anything on the ground. They're flying. So, should be ready.
I'll prove I'm the best. They'll beg me to stop!
They should have known better.
Go for their heart!
It's from above.
Your death awaits.
You should have listened to reason.
Fire.
Why no? Not like this.
Well, she's down, fortunately.
I'll cut you wide open.
Not if you miss, especially not critically. Grappler.
Cover me!
Can you hit them with that? Yes. Use a little more fire. Oh. Life blast. Oh, it's not undead, is it? That wouldn't have mattered anyway. So it didn't overcome the spell resistance. Ah.
Stab their backs.
The queen is dead. Unleashing her last shriek, the Swarm Queen slumps to the ground immediately, as if by magic. A distant sound of battle emerges. Sound of battle begins to subside. Several small beasts sit in their mother's body, sinking their mandibles into it. Canyon drowned in the waves of scent. A sweet soporific with a hint of bite, like the crackle in the air before a storm. Looking at the slain monster for a brief moment, you feel an inexplicable sensation of, not sympathy, no, the vescavour queen is disgusting, but a strange kinship. What is it like to be part of a swarm, hostile to all life, hating everyone and hated by everyone? Take a deep breath and the sensation passes. Anivia approaches the Swarm Queen's body. Her face clearly expresses a desire to kick the dead beast, but she refrains. Just a brainless bug, and so many of our people died because of her. Yesterday I was sitting by a fire with some of the people the swarm devoured. Suddenly Anivia stops. Her nostrils flared and her eyes scan the floor, the walls of the canyon. She squats, pokes at some other lumps of slimy substance, lifts some up to look more closely, smells them, and cringes. You smell it too, right? A suspiciously familiar stink. Anivia rubs a ball of greenish slime in her hand. Bet my life that your gear had this nasty stench when you entered the canyon. Saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to her. By the way, did you know that smells are extremely effective in attracting attention, not only in the insect world? For example, a tavern keeper in Canabris can, for 10 minutes, purposefully and doggedly search for a rotten fish that turns out to be in the pocket of his apron. Let's see if we can find the source of that smell among my equipment. You and Anivia search through your things. Quickly find the source of the smell. A thin handkerchief. Looks like it's been soaked in something like Swarm Queen slime. Be damned. When the queen was spraying this sweet smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it like flies of jam. Chewed up bodies of the carabineers. Smelled like this too. I checked. Commander, I think some rat planted this handkerchief on you to ensure that the vescavours would find you. The demons probably did this. They placed a swarm in our way and made sure I couldn't avoid the ambush. I agree. I never expected a defeat in Canabres, nor our quick march to Dresden. Now they're throwing everything they can at us to stop our advance, including their oversized pet bugs. Anivia cringes. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. That handkerchief could have been planted here by magic, but I take it from a professional paranoid. I think we've got a rat in our camp. In Canabres, we squashed the cultists time and time again, but they were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces too. We have to keep our eyes open and our guard up. Time we got back to our people. I say we destroy the queen's body. I've heard the little bugs who eat the flesh of their mother can be reborn as swarm queens themselves. Kind of the last thing we need, isn't it? I can see the use of summoning swarms to help us at Dresden, but honestly, a demonic. I have no interest in dealing with any demons at all. Fine, Anivia, get rid of the beast body. Great, cleaning up after a fight is just what I like. Start here and little by little we'll clean up the entire world wound. Anivia, Commander, what a relief you're alive! I saw the swarm begin to thin and ran to you immediately. She paused to catch her breath. Ozil wiped sweat from his brow. I scored handily the assignment. I healed everyone I could, but my warriors have had quite a fright. Not very pleasant to be eaten alive, then healed, then eaten, then healed again. Glad it's over. What happened up there can't be described in words, but you were the one who carried the day, Per Delamore. There are many dead and wounded. To be honest, I feared the whole army was about to scatter. We've been in the whirlwind for such a short time, and already we've run into so much trouble. But what matters is that it's over. Soldiers carried out their task and drew the swarm away from us. Well, I feel sorry for the sacrificed pawn. They did their duty. Oh dear, Laura shows. What are we going to do now? Since you're here, perhaps take a look around. I found some painted runes and the trace of something that seemed like a ritual. We need to figure out what it is. Easily done. Laura leans over the magic symbols painted on the stone. I'm no mage, unfortunately, but I'm in the habit of thoroughly documenting all descriptions of rituals and symbols from magic books, especially demonic ones. Someone very recently opened a portal to the abyss here and summoned someone. Not difficult to figure who they summoned. She's lying right there. Guess who carried out the ritual? Handwriting is unique, even when it comes to runes. Examine the Great Garrison, and after your success documenting everything I've found for Queen Galfrey. And I'm sure that the hand that drew the rune circles was the same in both instances. The work of some spellcaster. Never. To trap and exhaust us instead of fighting us openly. We shouldn't be afraid of demons. We lived through this little trap, didn't we? We'll overcome the next one too. Just need to keep forging ahead. Obviously. Well, since we finished off the swarm and we know someone is giving us trouble, I suggest we get out of here. I'm done with bugs. We have a bow. Hunter's Assurance. Whenever this, it's a composite bleed enhancement +3 short bow. Can't use it. It's about the same damage. It's slightly higher on the lower end, slightly lower on the higher end. I'll give her that. Means all the rest is fine. And then I see we have a pit here. Explore. And that's what we'll do next time, my friends. Hit the like, comment, subscribe if you want to see the channel grow. See you down the pit next time. Bye now.